My husband won't let me talk about my feelings. My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I know a lot about men and women and their interactions. And not just from my personal point of view, I've been doing this for 20 years plus. And I used to work with individuals, and mostly women, quite honestly, because I have always found that women are a better instrument for making their marriages better. And because of the training, both bad training and the lack of training in our society, women have so many misconceptions that it turns into disastrous expectations. For instance, the expectation that your husband should listen to you. It's rare for a husband to listen to his wife. And it's an unreasonable expectation. And don't hang up. Hear me out. Because the real reason you got married is to be happy. Happier every single day of your life. That's the real reason. What other reason could there be? Sure, you wanted all these sub-reasons. You wanted to be with your soulmate, you want to have children, you want to have a nice family, you want to fit into the community. Those are all sub-reasons. But basically you wanted to be happy. Something else. You wanted to experience unconditional love. Connection, you could call it. But it's much deeper than just connection. You could connect with an animal. You could connect with a dog or a cat or a bird. But unconditional love is different. It's that experience that you had when you were exchanging vows. It happens in every single marriage, where all of a sudden there's this rush of feeling that envelops everybody. That's unconditional love. You should be having that on an ongoing basis in your marriage. And it's one of the promises of marriage and why you got married. One of the promises of marriage is not that your husband will listen to you. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give you a comparison that the goals of marriage are vital. They're what you want. They're what you should have. Ever increasing happiness and unconditional love. Those are reasonable expectations. So I'm going to ask you a question. What do you do personally? Not you and your husband, but what do you do personally to increase the happiness in your marriage? Consciously. What do you do? What do you think, okay, now I'm going to do this and this is going to make my husband happier, which because I love him will make me happier. What do you do? The answer is nothing. What do you do to increase consciously? Keyword here is consciously. To consciously increase the love in your marriage. What do? And the answer is nothing. Maybe you do things without thinking. That doesn't count. If you want something in life, it's common sense, it's well known. You plan your work to achieve that which you are seeking. And then you work the plan. It's a universal formula. Where does your husband listening to you fit in? Now, I'm not ripping you for having this desire for your husband to listen to you. I'm not ripping you for that. It's natural for you to want that. But it's not reasonable. So it's natural for me to want to eat a hot fudge sundae with tons of whipped cream every single day. But it's not reasonable because I have to watch my weight. It doesn't fit in to real life. Your husband is designed in a particular way because he's male. You know, our biology has a lot to do with our psyche, how we think, how we feel, how we express ourselves. They don't teach us this stuff in school. And so we miss out by having expectations that some blogger has said we should have, and that it's reasonable. I don't know if it's reasonable or not. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, but it's not reasonable for your husband. So you want to compare the value of pushing for this compared to the value of pushing for increased happiness and increased love. Set your priorities. We can only do so much in a day. So when I met with women, because I recognize that women have this safety relief valve and you need to let some of it out. And our sessions were all about education and guidance. Here's what you should be thinking. Here's what you should be doing to make more of the benefits of marriage come to fruition. But here are 2 boxes of tissue. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, you could grab one. And how much time must I give you for you to release some of the emotion? But I was counseling them. I was paid to let them do that. And when my wife needs to talk, because I'm trained, I know how to listen. But your husband doesn't, and you shouldn't expect him to learn how. And especially if he's already been very clear with you that it's not where he wants to go. And don't talk to your friends about what's going on in your family, because that's not right. Look, you should really subscribe to this channel and learn more about marriage. You could get one of my books and learn so much about marriage it'll blow your mind. Check the reviews on the books. I'm not selling you something. It's not snake oil. I've done a lot of work in getting down to the core principles of what makes you happier, because that is what it's all about. And what increases love, because that will make you happier. Those are what are important, not whether he listens to you, not whether he picks up his clothes or leaves his shampoo sitting over there. I don't have that problem with shampoo. But other things. My wife knows me, and she smiles. Why? Because she has prioritized her expectations so that both of us, and I've prioritized mine, so we both get the most out of our marriage. And that's what you can do too. But you got to learn more about marriage. I hope this was helpful. I hope you don't feel like I have slammed you for having this desire for your husband. I don't slam you for that. I think it's fine, but it doesn't work. So you need to find a different pathway, and keep in mind the whole idea is to be happy. Okay? What's wrong with that? You want to be happy. Worrying about that he's not listening to you is not going to make either of you happy. Happiness is what it's all about. Love is what it's all about. All right. Take care. God bless.